And welcome back to Ireland AM. We are live this Saturday morning from the Phoenix Park at the Great Pink Run. And guess what? The rain has just finished. That comes a little too late for some of our runners, so we welcome Georgie Crawford, Denise Ash and Orla Byrne, who've all just completed the Great Pink Run, the 10K at that. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, it was so tough, but I mean, what an amazing day, and just to run for such an amazing cause was very emotional.
Okay, and of course we saw you, Georgie, only a couple of weeks back running the Great Pink Run in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago was such an amazing experience. It was very windy in Chicago, so the wind was pushing us backwards, and it took me much longer than I expected. So I was very determined to come out here today and try to beat my personal best time, and I did.
Did you?
Yeah, okay, I was thrilled.
Well, we're seeing pictures of you in Chicago, but how did your time compare today?
I think I took like 8 minutes off it today.
Wow.
Yeah, Chicago was very tough, and Sonia O'Sullivan said it, so I was like, it must have been tough. So, but I was struggling to go up a hill out there today, and a girl just turned around and came back for me. Her name was Katrina. I'd never met her before, and she turned around, she said that she listened to my podcast and she got me through the last 3 kilometres and ran beside me.
Wow.
And told me about people she's lost to cancer. So friendships are made today, and you hear the stories, and it makes you really thankful to be alive.
So if you can put that into words, the collective feeling amongst the community of people that are here today.
It's the power of human connection. It's connecting with people you've never met before, connecting with survivors, connecting with our friends we've met through Breast Cancer Ireland, just to come out here, and you can't help but feel amazing after it.
Okay. Well, congratulations. The medal well earned today. Denise, how did you get on?
Great, actually. Really enjoyed it this morning. It was cold starting off, but really enjoyed it. I had a good group of friends up with me today. There's 50 of us that came from Kiltale Ladies on the Run, my running group. We got a coach up, and they all started at the start line with me. So that sense of friendship and unity, it's incredible.
Okay.
It was amazing, yeah.
You can't buy it. Can you tell me a bit about your own diagnosis a couple of years ago and your own journey with breast cancer?
Absolutely, yeah. So this is my 3rd Pink Run. So 2017 I ran my first run here while undergoing chemo. So this is year 3 at the Great Pink Run, and I feel just fitter and stronger than I've ever felt before.
And how have family, what part have they played in your journey?
Family and friends, you'd be lost without them. They really get you through your journey. They have your back, I suppose. There's good days and bad days when you're going through chemotherapy, and I have a great support network. It's great just to pick up the phone, or even just to get a text message. I had girls from school 20 years ago that were messaging me, and that support really gets you through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orla, how is it for you today?
Fantastic, yeah, I just feel so happy, and I just feel so proud of myself. It's a real honour to be here with these ladies, because I've been the one probably at times sitting at home watching their journey, and it's really spurred me on to just get up and keep going. For me, I suppose it's quite poignant. Like with Denise, I was diagnosed in January 2017. And at the time, I was 37, and I was diagnosed with stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer. So in my case, I didn't have a lump. Mine was very much a swelling. And stage 4, in my case, it originated in my right breast, and it's travelled to my lymph nodes, my liver, and my bone. So I had pretty much 2 years of pretty aggressive and intensive treatment. It was incredibly hard. But I suppose the likes of today, and maybe for anybody who's at home right now who might be recently diagnosed or going through treatment, I'm still in treatment. I'm on oral chemotherapy. I'm someone as well that I suppose at 37, it was a massive shock. I've been put into a medically induced menopause, and I know these are quite personal and hard things to talk about. But as a young woman, for me, I suppose all my dreams, my hopes, my aspirations, everything got blown up out of the water, and it was a real bombshell. It was like a tsunami that came at me, and it floored me. But I suppose the likes of being here today, if for anybody at home who's struggling right now, because I will be honest in saying I've had a pretty difficult year this year, struggling with my mental health, the emotional fallout of all of this, 17, 18 with a really hard physical, medical side of things, and kind of this year I've been trying to get back out and engage and live my normal life. But my reality is that my life is anything but normal. I have a pretty big journey ahead of me still. But I just feel so hopeful, and I mean, it is incredible because the reason that we're doing this today is to raise money for research. Myself, I'm now on a drug that is a game changer for me, and for anybody going through it right now, you know, if anybody could take any little bit of hope from me, to be stage 4 and knowing what I have right now and what I'm living with, is that you can live with it. And this is what I think the plan is, to get it to a disease where you can live your life as best you can. I won't deny it's really challenging. There has been some pretty dark days, but like as Denise and Georgie will know, like when you can't carry yourself, your family and your friends are the ones who pick you up and help you along. And I just feel really hopeful. And I think today, even the fact that I got around this, as I kept saying earlier, it was somewhat a canter more than a run. But it's just amazing, and I feel so happy. You know, yesterday I had a scan. So it's a pretty special day to be out here with everyone and to be doing this. And you know, I don't know what's ahead of me, but I'm really making the best of right now with everyone. And yeah, I just feel really positive, and it's that attitude, I think, as well, of just never give up. That all of us, I think we really are believing this. We're stronger than we know, so it's incredible.
Your positivity is a beautiful thing. Where do you find the strength from?
Well, I don't know, you know. Well, no, I do know. I suppose if I can be really honest, I just mentioned there earlier, a good friend of mine who I met when I was in hospital is a lady actually who lost her battle this time last year. It's actually this weekend. And she was someone that in her final days, she actually sat with me and she explained to me and she told me that she was handing the baton over and that I had to keep going and keep putting one foot in front of the other. I took a lot of strength from her because she fought really, really hard. And I think as well, like, the reality is that every day you can't be on top of the world, and I think there's strength in being able to put your hand up and saying, I'm struggling, I'm having a down day, I'm not coping, and I had to do a lot of that this year. I'm a pretty stubborn person, but I've had to be really strong and I suppose put the hand up and say, you know, this year in particular, it was just so hard. And again, I'm being quite honest in saying therapy has been a big part for me. Like, I go to counselling every 2 weeks. And it's so important, like the strength in being able to talk about this to someone who maybe isn't a family or a friend, because emotionally you don't want to offload that onto them. But it's so good. Sometimes all you want to do is say it out loud. You don't really want anybody to fix it or, you know, have the answer. You just want to get it out of your headspace, because at the end of the day, you know, everybody's journey is so personal, and we all live with ourselves like 24/7. And there is only one of us, so you have to mind yourself as best you can. But I think sometimes it's the simple strength and positivity in being able to say, I'm not okay. And on the days when you do feel pretty good, it's, you know, it's an extra special day.
Well, I've no doubt by you saying that today, to many people watching at home, that will give them more strength than possibly we'll ever know. Thank you so much to all of you, Georgie, Denise and Orla. And congratulations indeed to all our runners, some of whom are still out there on the course from Ireland AM, our team, and we're going to be catching up with them very shortly. It's back to you guys.
Thanks, Aidan. A very emotional day for so many. Team AM hopefully coming up soon.
Yes, they're in the height of it there, aren't they, now at the moment?
They certainly are. We'll keep you posted.